What's up, course heroes? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about the Heights platform. This is a deal on Appsumo right now. It's a learning management system, and I'm going to dive deep into how to use it. I'm going to show you the back end. I bought into the deal just so I can make a video about it, and then I'll show you some of the features, what I like, what I don't like. So without further ado, let's get started. So I'm on their Appsumo page, and let me just go down to the plans and codes and explain to you real quick what these different stack up options mean. Their team has been really great, responsive, and editing and changing this as we request new features, or we are us Sumolings are asking for more and more and more. So with that, I bought into the first one, which is a single plan, which allows you 2 authors and 100 active students. Even though this says only 100 active students, and that seems to be across the board what you get more of as you stack more codes, what you can do is, you can see up here, regardless of which Appsumo plan you're on, you can stack an additional 500 students for $19 a month. There is a distinction between a student and an active student. An active student is someone who is logged in the last 30 days. But if that person has not logged in the last 30 days, they are considered inactive. So you can buy it in stacks of 500. You can cancel it whenever you want. And that is the reason I went with the first plan, because I don't have any other authors other than myself for my course. And everything else is unlimited, right? So you have unlimited courses and lessons, which is awesome. You have unlimited video embeds, but if you want to use their built-in video service, then it is an additional $9 a month, which is also cancelable anytime you want, which is mentioned right here. Everything else is pretty much the same across the board. Zapier integration, unlimited video embedding, and one hosted video. A lot of us Sumolings ask them, what is the idea for that one hosted video if that's all you get? And that one hosted video is just to give us a flavor of what it would feel like for the student using their course player versus using an embed from YouTube, Vistia, whichever video service you're using, WooPlayer. That was the reason. With that being said, let's jump right into my school and show you what I have built so far and what it looks on the back end as an admin, and also the front end as a student. And then we're going to go through some of the pros and cons of using Heights platform. So let's dive right in. All right. So I am in my dashboard. This is what they call the mentor dashboard. Now, coming from any other learning management systems, some of the terminology kind of threw me off. Like, what is a project? The project is what you give your students to complete. That is called a project, which you can see here on the left side. So you have courses, you have projects, and then you have products. And how that works is, first you create a course, then within that course you can have projects, and then products are kind of like upsell. When someone purchases your course, they're brought straight to the upsell instead of going to their course dashboard. And this might be great if you are selling a free course or you're giving away a free course. You can't technically sell it. Once they buy the course or once they enroll in your free course, they can be brought to an upsell, which would be a digital product. I wish the upsell could be a course where I can then upsell them to to a paid course instead of upselling them to a digital product. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So let's dive in. This is your mentor's dashboard. We can kind of go down this menu list right here. And when you first log into your school, there will be a cool little checklist here, which essentially shows you all the steps you need to take to get your school live, almost similar to what Teachable does. That being said, let's look at each and every one of these options. I'm going to start with create, where the create options here, and then we can go into the settings option, and then finally we'll come back to the review op. First thing you'll see here is the program outline. A program is a course, but they call it a program instead of a course. So that's just the terminology difference that you have to figure out to get used to. And I already have a course built in here, so I'm not going to walk through each and every step of building a course. I'll show you how to add a new lesson within your course. So if I go here and hit this little plus button, what I can do is I can give this lesson a title. Now, before you wonder where is the hierarchy, I can tell you there is no hierarchy. And what am I talking about here when I talk about hierarchy is where you have a course. Within that course you have modules, and under each module you have a lesson, and you don't have that yet, but they have a product roadmap on Trello, and one of the first things they're doing is adding that module layer almost. So you will have your course, within that course you'll have modules, and then each module will have lessons. So if you're going crazy searching for it, don't go crazy. It does not exist when I'm recording this video, but by the time you guys are seeing this video, hopefully that is already in production. That being said, let's say we're going to call this is a demo lesson. Now when you create a lesson, it basically just gets added here and it automatically is set to draft, but I can drag it and drop it, move it wherever I want. And then I'm assuming when the modules come in, you should be able to drag it in between modules. That would be nice. And it's very fast, super snappy. I like that about this platform. Now what we can do is I can click onto this lesson. By default, every lesson is a text lesson, but you can change that here. There's these 5 options you can pick for each lesson. Now I did purchase the $9 a month video service, the video hosting through them, just so I can kind of play around with it and see if there's a big difference between using their hosted video platform and using Vimeo or YouTube to embed the videos. And how that would work is if I click on the video option here, I can upload the video right here, or I can paste a video URL from whichever video service you're using, or you can have the embed code right here. So those are the things about video. Assignment would be, you know, if you want to assign your students something, say you want them to complete an assignment, then this lesson type would be an assignment. And it says your question is going to appear here. So I'm going to say, and I do like this functionality. And then what you can do here is you can give points to your particular lesson. So if your students finish this lesson, they're going to get points. So I also like the gamification functionality of that comes built in, and you can see I have 10 points here. So that comes built in, and you don't have to tack on another third-party software to use the gamification functionality. So I do love that about the Heights platform. Say if they complete an assignment, I want to give them 25. What I would suggest is as you start creating these lessons, you start publishing them right here, because there is no bulk publish option, which means if you have 50 lessons and you upload all your 50 lessons, now you have to go into each and every lesson again to hit that little pesky checkbox. So I would suggest you just do it right here while you're creating those lessons, so you don't have to go back in for all those lessons to do it. So now I have this assignment which says just please complete your assignment. I haven't really played with the assignment functionality, so we'll see together how that looks. And there is also a learning objective up top here. So what is the objective of this particular lesson? And then you can pick an author. Now again, there is no bulk settings to pick authors. So every time you create a lesson, you have to pick which author is delivering this lesson. And then here is your industry standard text editor, where you can add text and images. Now here's something where I think this is a glitch. I hope it is a glitch, so I'm going to show you what I mean. I'm going to paste that text here and say between this text I want to add a image. I'm going to click on insert image. I'm going to choose existing, or I guess there are no existing images, so I'm going to upload an image here. Let's say I want to add this image here. Here's where I was having issues. Now that I have done this, there is no, like if I hit the close button, nothing happens. All right, I've closed it, but the image is not in there. But it's showing here, so I have to go into choose existing, click on that image, and then click on choose image, and then it gets added to your, whether it's your landing page or within your course curriculum. Another thing is these images are not resizable. So if you want to resize this image, you're better off embedding that image, and then you can, or embedding a whole like a page, and then with that embed HTML code you can resize your images. Just something to keep in mind. Once you're done that, a couple of things here is, one, does it require an unlock? And if you check this box, it means, and you can hover over these question marks, and they're pretty self-explanatory what you need to do. Essentially, if you say this is this requires unlock, that means the lesson before this needs to be completed. Now because this is the first lesson in the program, I don't know how that would work, so I'm not going to do it. And then you can also set a drip schedule. Say you want this drip schedule is from the day of their enrollment. And that's really the only option. You cannot drip based on date. It's only days after enrollment right now. So you can say this lesson will become available after they have signed up. Make this lesson available after 12 days of sign up. You just enter that number in there and that's it. It's done. So those are the things down here. As I said, your assignment question will appear here. Here's the question you need to put in your assignment. And then this is the text I have put in here. Now I can hit save lesson. Once you have saved it, now, one thing that I kind of am having trouble, maybe it's a love-hate relationship, is as a course creator, I've been used to back-end editing platforms, whether that's WordPress, Teachable, Thinkific, or new Zenler now, which is my new home. What I'm having trouble with, which I understand Brian, who's the co-founder and who has been great at answering questions on the Appsumo forum, mentioned that he wanted the front end and the back end to be almost similar, so we see the same experience as the students see, but sometimes that's confusing because I don't know if I'm looking at the front end or the back end. No pun intended there. Okay, maybe that's just me not used to this kind of UI and I just have to get used to it. Now once you're done, just make sure you hit save lesson. This demo lesson has been successfully saved. Now in order to view this lesson, you can go all the way to the bottom of your page and click on view this lesson to see what that looks like to your student. And you can see basically that left editing bar is hidden, but everything else looks the same. So I think that is a good thing. And then here's the assignment. And this assignment, I'm assuming, is per student, where so they'll have to fill this part out and submit the answer. I don't know if this is going to be visible to other students or not. That is yet to be seen. So I'm going to do a demo sign up as a student to show you what that looks like. Before I do that, so this part is done. Let's go back to our editor. Now here's the editor and here's the outline, just to show you the difference between the two. An outline shows you the full outline of your school. And here you can see I have a paid enrollment open. I have no upsells offered. You can set a digital product here. I haven't set that yet. I'll show you how to do that. Also, these are all the lessons within my course. I have a homework, and then also I do have a digital product upsell here. So I don't know why it says that I don't have it here. So we can get into my digital products to take a look at that. And you can also sort your courses, or you can sort your lessons. If you only have one course like I do, then it doesn't make sense to sort courses. But if you had multiple courses, you can toggle this button and that shows you all the courses that you currently have in the Heights platform. And then all of these check marks will automatically check themselves as you continue to build out your course. So here's what my outline is looking right now, and hence I am in the outline section. Comes the landing page section, and this is where I found it to be super lackluster. I know Brian has mentioned on the Appsumo page that they are working on enhancing their landing page editor. I personally don't know how much farther they can take their landing page. And someone had asked a question in the Appsumo community on this deal page, where how do you compare this to wishlist member? And Brian mentioned that wishlist member works on WordPress, you need plugins, and ours is self-hosted, which is fine, which is great. But I don't want you to think that you can ditch WordPress or ditch a page builder and use Heights platform's built-in editor, because one, it's just one page. I haven't seen the option to have multiple pages or a whole directory of pages, right? I haven't seen that option. It's just a single page, and you can obviously cannot run your business on a single page. That's number one. Number two, the editor itself is very restrictive as to what it can do. So let's walk through what can the editor do. The first thing is you have a header, you have a subheader, and then you have a font family. And then here the font family is pretty limited, what fonts you have available. So if you have a specific brand font, you're not going to find it. And there is no place that I have found to be able to upload fonts. Now every time you make a change, you'll see a little box here. It says unsaved changes. That's good. There's a hero image option where you can either search Unsplash or you can upload your own image. Even though I currently have an image uploaded through Unsplash, it's not showing here. So it's easy for me to forget, did I upload an image or did I not? Here's why I was having some more issues with inserting an image. So let's say I want to insert an image here. I go to insert image. I have uploaded 2 images that I do know, but they're not showing here. So I have to go and upload them again. Say I pick the same image, upload this. Again, once it's uploaded, you see the green check mark, but now you have to go to the next step, which is choose existing. and then click on choose image. And this is where I was getting stuck on the landing page where it does nothing. So then I finally figured out that I went to the unsplash option, and here that image is showing right here under unsplash. Unsplash is a free royalty-free image service, kind of like Pixabay, Pexels, and they have a direct integration with it. But the image that I just uploaded is right here. So I can now click on it and choose image, and then it gets added. So that was, again, one of the confusing things about this platform, and could be just growing pains because I'm new to this platform. I'm just trying to figure out how to use it. So I have my image here, I have another image here, and that's pretty much it for the editor. There wasn't really much. At the bottom, you have a bio section, and all of this goes on your landing page. So I have my author bio filled out, and then you can add testimonials. So I have 2 testimonials in here, and then finally you have your Google Analytics ID. They don't have an option to just update all the changes. You have to update and view your landing page. I don't want to always view my landing page. Maybe I still want to continue working on it, but here's what it looks like. So hero image is fine. You have your title and your subtitle, and then you don't have control over this button. You do have control over the color scheme, which I'm going to show you in a second. Here's what your landing page would look like with some text, some images, courses in this particular program, and then also the curriculum. You can hide the curriculum, and also you can hide this part right here. And then finally you have the author bio section, and then testimonials, and then another join program button. So let's go back into editing and show you where you can hide that course card. So show author bio, show course card section, and show curriculum. All 3 can be hidden. So once I hide them, I have to go back down and update and view landing page. Now I'm back to that landing page to preview it, and now my author bio section and the course curriculum section is gone. Now this could be good if you have a huge curriculum on your course and there's no collapsible sections here. You can simply show the course card section and not necessarily the course curriculum section. However, you cannot redirect people if they click on your card to go to the curriculum page because there's no option to do that. So I'm going to keep these 2 boxes checked and uncheck the course curriculum one. I'm going to put a link in the description below on this landing page that I have built, so you can go and check it out, and you will feel free to sign up. I have a coupon code if you want to sign up and just check out the student area. You can do that because apparently we have unlimited students, right? All right, so let's go back into editing. I'll leave all those things in the description below, the coupon code to use, and also the link to go and check out this landing page and the backend as a student. One thing I want to show you here is if we go back into the program outline, I have one video that is being hosted on YouTube that I've embedded, and I've uploaded another video which is being hosted on their own platform, just to show you the differences between the 2. And how you can look at that is if I scroll down to the bottom, I'm going to go to view lesson. You can see this has an iframe. And here's what the video looks like. Now, interesting thing here to note is reading time is 1 minute, less than a minute, because it only has 1 word, but it doesn't pull in the time it's going to take you to view that video. Now, this is embedded through YouTube. Of course, if I play it, it's going to play it just like it plays in the YouTube player. Nothing new here. When I click on next lesson, I also have point system activated, but because I've already finished that lesson, you see I'm not going to get any more points for it because it does understand that you have already finished that lesson 1. If you are using their own hosted service, their video hosted service, the first thing to note here, and this is the first time I'm seeing this too, is it automatically does pull in the length of the video, which is good. It shows your students how many points they can earn, and then if you're an admin, you have the admin options here as well. It shows you your author bio and your author name, and then the name of the lesson, and then it's a video. And then once I play this, I'm going to mute myself. Full screen option, perfect. Quality goes up to 720p, and then speed goes up to 2x. Perfect. So it looks like it has decent options that a video player should have, all the standard options. One thing to note here is if I complete this lesson and go to the next one, I did mention, you see that my points increased here. It went from 10 to 15. I remember Brian saying that you can see stats on how much percentage of that video has been watched by your students. So if we go back into the editor, or I don't know where to go to look at that stat, maybe the mentor dashboard, somewhere there are stats about that video of how much of it has been completed. I have to say, I think it should be on this page, and this is the video right here. So if I click on it, you should be able to see the stats. Yep, this was it. And then total time the lesson was viewed by all your students. Now, of course, I am logged in as an admin. Maybe that's why it's not picking up the actual watch time. But if you use their hosted platform, then you will be able to see how much time have they spent, how much time have your students spent watching this particular video. One thing to note here is I did ask Brian, would this be taken into consideration when someone clicks the next lesson, that we can put a setting in here, if they haven't watched more than 70% of my video, do not allow them to complete the lesson, and that is not an option today. Maybe it might be in the future, but it's not today. While we are here in this section, the other thing is you can also drag and drop lessons here. So I can simply drag it and drop it up top, move it at the bottom, and then changes the curriculum accordingly. So you can do that here, or you can go to the outline and do it in the outline right here. Same concept, just drag it and drop it. And then here at the bottom, oh, I guess there's no save button here. It must auto save. Going back to our landing page, I know I'm kind of jumping all around, but I wanted to show you that hosted video real quick. That was it for the landing page. You have your Google Analytics, and then you have some meta description you can put in here. Personally, I wouldn't use this as a landing page builder. Maybe if you wanted to use this as a support page. Speaking of which, there is a dedicated support page. So if I go to the support page, this is the page that your students will see if they wanted to contact support. So you can see it right here. Here you can add support information for your students to access via their account menu at the top right. So my students can reach out to me, and then I can update this support page. You can see there's no branding options here. All of that is controlled from a settings area in the top here, which we're going to get to in a few minutes. So projects is homeworks or assignments that you give your students to complete. In the spirit of showing you a full demo, let's just go ahead and create a new project. And we'll call this new project. Right here, every section that you go on has some help text here, which I did find helpful. However, what I don't find helpful is when I click on any of these buttons. So I'll say I click on project help, it simply goes away from my school onto this FAQ page and doesn't open in a new tab. Another little quirk, just keep in mind to right click and open a new tab, or you might have to just hit the back button. So let's go back. So the idea of this project is for your students to demonstrate what they have done so far and what they have accomplished using your course to get them there. They started doing your course and now they finished your course. So now they're going to complete a project to demonstrate what they have done. Maybe you have a course on photography, painting, SEO, and they can demonstrate, here's my site that was before taking your course, and now after taking your course my SEO traffic has increased. Something like that, which is I can see the value in that. So let's go back into my outline and show you the rest of the stuff. Now digital products, this is where you can create upsells. I already have a product created, which is right here, the ultimate guide. So I do have this product created. It's the ultimate guide to online courses. I priced it at $10. It says right here you'll be able to download this product immediately after your purchase is complete. And I've connected Stripe and PayPal. Those are the two payment options you can use today on this platform. Maybe they are integrating more payment platforms, but those are the only two available today. So that's the product I do have available. But when I go into my outline, it doesn't show here as an upsell. It shows here as a digital product. So it does say one active digital product, which is good. And that's here. And then announcements. If you have any school-wide announcements, those announcements can be created here. So if I go into create an announcement, whether it's a notice, a celebration, or a date and time event. And if it's a date and time event, then it's maybe like a webinar. Join us for a live webinar, and I can control when this announcement should be displayed to my students. So say I want to create this just for today. I'm going to say create. And then I also have another which is also for today. So I don't know how that works, but maybe I can edit. So I can edit this and change this to tomorrow and update this announcement. Now, if I go back to all my announcements, I have two announcements. One for, I don't know why this is showing the 21st when the announcement is for today. That's the 22nd. All right, regardless, I mean, it should show on your school. I'll have to sign in as a student and see what that looks. So that's it for the create part. So you've created your program outline, you've created a landing page, your support page, your project, your digital products, and your announcements. Now it's time to collect some money. So you go into payment settings, and then here you have your payment gateways. I have PayPal and Stripe connected. As I mentioned, those are the only two options available today. And then you can also pick which currency you want to charge in to your students. These are all the listed currencies. Hopefully yours is in here. The next step is the step that is glitchy, but also the step where you put in all your prices. So you can either have a free enrollment or you can charge students for the course. And in this case, I've set up 3 different options: a one-time payment, an installment plan, and a subscription plan. And I'm going to show you where the glitch happened. Those are already all set. Now on the student checkout, you have your refund policy, and then also it says billing details, but then it says what is included in the program. So I just wrote things that might be included in the program. Again, testimonials are here, and you can update the billing page. And then you also have this button here which says view student order invoices. If you did have any orders, which I hope you do, all your invoices are going to show there. So I'm going to go back one, and then finally your terms and conditions. You can put your terms in here and privacy policy. Now any fields that accept HTML, it says right there that this field accepts HTML. So that's really good visual cues, because that tells me that I can paste an HTML code in there. Now this is also where you would preview your students checkout page and what that looks like. So this is what the checkout page looks like. You have a refund policy here. You can see I've kind of gone crazy. I didn't know this is how it would look like. You have your payment details. Enrollment code is the coupon code, and then also you have, I don't know why this is here, your payments are secure, okay, whatever. And then you have your testimonials. So if I go back into the editor, what I can do is I can delete the refund policy and update the page. And now let's look at the checkout page again. So it looks much better with the refund policy gone. You could put a refund policy in here and have that page live somewhere else, maybe on a WordPress site or something, and just provide a link to that refund policy, because the refund policy text box does accept HTML. So you could do that. Here's the glitch that I want to show you. Actually, I'll show it to you when I'm checking out as a student. Save the surprise for later. So this is what the page looks like. I like that everything is in one page, just the name, and so you have the card number and their name. You cannot ask for an address, it looks like, because that is not an option. So you cannot add custom fields to your checkout page, looks like. So that's it for the payment settings. And then finally you have your account settings. This is where you have the name of your program, which is also your school name, not necessarily your course, but your school name. Then you can have your custom domain, program logo, and fav icon, color theme. Now I know that they are working on custom color themes, so you can have your own color theme, but for now these are the only themes you can choose from. So if I just click on this one right here, it'll update my color scheme. Right now I'm using this one. Instead, I can just change it. Let's just change it to this one and update. On this settings page, you also have your Facebook pixel integration. So these boxes get checked as you make these changes. You can see that the green color went into effect immediately. You can enable forum, that's like the discussion forum. You can enable point system. So when we were back in the lesson section, we were giving each lesson a point. That's where the points come into play. You can also enable member list page. So here in the member list page, this is interesting, is your students can see all the other members. Now, if you don't want that to happen, you can disable this and then just save your changes. You can enable social links, and also this was it took me a real long time to find this. If this little pesky box is not checked, set landing page as home page, if anyone who goes to this URL will not be able to see your landing page. I want to show you what that looks like. So let's say I uncheck this box and save this. Now, if I open a new incognito window and go to the howtouse.heightsplatform.com, it just brings me to a login page instead of the landing page. I can see the use case for this, but it wasn't very clear how I go about making my landing page my home page. The reason why you would want to use this is, one, you just don't care about their landing page builder, which I hope is the option you choose, because as you have seen, the landing page editor is very lackluster. Two would be you have closed enrollment and now you only want students who are enrolled. Then you just disable your landing page so no one can even go there to look at the landing page. But why would you do that? Because you want to collect leads. Even though your course is closed for enrollment, you want the ability to create a wait list so students can potential students can sign up for that wait list. So I really don't see a reason for it, but that would be the only reason I can think of right now. And let's go back in and check those boxes again. And you can see there was a members option here that's gone, And I do like that everything happens in real time on the backend section as well, on the admin section. So I get to see what the students are going to see. So I'm going to enable member list and set landing page as homepage, and then update account settings. Now that all of this is done, the last thing to do here is create roles so you can assign your students specific roles. So I already have a role called student, but I can go in and edit and create new roles. You can grant, there is a student called Billy Goat, which is my demo student. So I can grant that student, grant that lead or student a role of student. So I can just do grant role of student, and that student will now be able to see the courses. I don't know why this is there. I guess this should happen automatically, but you can create new roles as well. That's the role functionality. There's bookmark lessons here. I haven't really seen it because I haven't bookmarked anything. So maybe if I bookmark something, it'll show up here. And then finally, we can go to our dashboard. And here is where you will see all your active students, enrolled students, how much money you have made, and just a bunch of data. That's, it's a good to look at dashboard. And I think you could collapse this page on the left. Now I don't see that option. I think that option comes open when you go to the editor. Yep. So if I go back to my dashboard, and they call it the mentor dashboard because we are mentors and we are mentoring our mentees. There's also an activity feed here, and this activity feed is all the things that have happened recently in your school. So this person received 5 points for completing this, received 10 points, etc., etc. And then at the bottom you have their links, and I don't know if the student will see these links. Let's find out. Discuss is where you will have your discussion forums, so you can create a new message board or a new message board group. I don't know the difference between the two. You can do moderation here. So I can go into moderation and I can approve posts that people have posted. So I can even block, say I don't want this post to show up. I can block this post. And now this post will not show up for your students. Or I can go back and say approve. And now this gets approved and then it shows up again. You can do that for your moderation. You also have history, activity, and then users within your moderation. Moderation state, there's something here called pending moderation. I don't know what that means. Let's go into notification settings. So in notification, you can check all these boxes or uncheck them if you're getting too many notifications. And then private messages is kind of like Facebook or any other messaging platform. You start your first private conversation. And then here you can, I guess you're not authorized to create private topics. I don't even know who would be authorized because I am supposedly the admin. That's that. All right. And then on the top right here, I have my profile. Here I can view my badges. I can view additional details about myself. I'm a mentor here, so I'm guessing if I'm a student, those details are going to be different. And then also the things that I have viewed in the past. Looks like last 50 is the limit. And then switch to a public profile view should bring me back. This is what others would see if I have the members option enabled. So they can go in and look at other students as well. I can also edit my details here. First name, email, etc., Facebook link. And then this is where you would make that person a moderator for the message board, because maybe you have someone who's designated to manage that message board, kind of like an admin, who you just want them to manage the message board and nothing else. You would use this checkbox here to give them moderation act, and then just click on update user at the bottom once you make any changes. I can also grant access to maybe this, and then current roles and view and edit roles, and here are all my orders, and I can deactivate the student. It is not obviously I can't deactivate it myself. Now if I go back to the dashboard, let's see if I can go to discussion board and go into private message. Nope, I really don't know how this works, but we shall continue. So on top here you have your courses, then you have your discuss, which would be the discussion forum, and I have this one forum here. I can create a new message board or a message board group, and then you have your members, and then you all again have your dashboard. And then you will, any messages that you receive from your students should go here in the messages bucket, and then all your notifications will show here as well. I don't know where those notifications are going when a student logs in, so we're going to go see that. But before we get there, few other things. You have your Heights billing, student billing. So these are all the admin links. Heights billing is how much is Heights charging me, and since we are on the Appsumo plan, we don't need to worry about this. But here's where you will find the add-on which I added for the video option. and you can always cancel that if you don't want that hosted video service. But for $9 a month, it seems like a decent option to have. If I go into student billing, I'll be able to see, actually, I don't know what the student billing section does. This must be what the checkout page looks like for your students. And then finally, you have your account settings, which we already went over. And that account settings is basically just going to bring you here in the account settings option. With that being said, let's now dive in from a student's point of view and see what a student would see if they were to log in to buy your course and log in. Thank you so much for sticking around with me. We are getting towards the end of this. Okay, now I'm on the landing page, and as you can see, when I change the color scheme to green, the button takes that color scheme. And if I go towards the end, there is another button here, but again, you cannot change the positioning of this button. You cannot rename the button that I know of. You're just stuck with the one you have. So you have the two options here. You have join program, you have sign up or log in. So let's click on each one of these. So if I click on sign up, here's my account creation, and then it's my payment details. If you have your own checkout page or your own checkout card, kind of like Thrive card, Sam card, you can use that and then use Zapier to enroll your students in this course. I haven't done that yet, but that's always an option. So let me go ahead and fill all this information. I'm going to pause this video, come back once the information is filled out. All right, I've filled in all my information. I'm cunning raccoon. Here's my email and my location. You cannot get rid of the location field. I don't think so. I haven't seen a place to do that. And then just hit sign up. There also is a login button. I'm in this is a standard checkout page. Here's where the glitch is that I've been talking about. You can see that I have three options: a single payment of $1, 2 monthly installments of $57, or a monthly subscription of $17. So if I click on this, you can see it changes up here. Now if I click on the monthly subscription doesn't take the dollar amount of 17, it keeps it at 57. And just to show you, if I go back in here to editor, I think it's in payment settings. Yep, program pricing, I have the $1, the $57, and the $17 already set here, but it doesn't reflect here. So I'm thinking this might be a bug that they need to fix. I'm going to put in my card details, pause this video for a second, and then come back once I'm ready to show you one more thing before we hit the pay or $1 enroll button. Okay, we are back. I've filled in all my details, name, credit card number, and I'm going to choose the one payment option, not any of these other options. And then I'm paying my credit card, not PayPal. So if you click on PayPal, you have the PayPal options here, but I'm going to go back to credit card. And then finally, one last thing I want to show you, might be a system bug or might be intended behavior, is when I've put in the enrollment code, this is the discount code. It's not reflecting in the total. And I can go back into the back end here and show you to create any coupon codes. You're going to go to view and edit coupon codes. And then here, what you're going to do, I have this one code here, but you basically would create a new coupon, and I'm going to call this 100. And if I just leave it 0, that means the program or your course is going to be free. And I'm going to go ahead and create this coupon. I did see something here which says coupon codes will only work to provide a discount for one-time payment plans. Coupon codes cannot be applied to installment or subscription type payment plans. Interesting. Okay, so let's go back to my checkout cart here and put 100 now and see what happens when I hit this button, because it should reflect 0. Maybe I just need to refresh this page and try it again. I just refreshed this page and it's still showing $1 even though my code is in there. I'm going to input my card details again, and I'm going to pause this video and then be right back. All right, my card details are in here. I'm going to click the pay $1 and enroll. I don't know what's happening with the coupon code. Maybe another glitch, or maybe I won't get charged. Who knows? Your payment info was successfully saved. Thanks. So now I'm logged in as a user. Now let's see what that looks like from a user's perspective. You can see it's a lot cleaner UI, which I do like. It looks really neat and clean. The green color scheme is there. My name is in the top right corner. You can see I have 0 points right now, no notifications. And here's that announcement that we had created, which shows like a very subtle announcement bar. Join us for a live webinar. And then if I click on view details, basically there's not much here other than the detail. It also shows me as a student the announcement about the school is live, which is supposed to start tomorrow. So as a student, I shouldn't be seeing this announcement. I don't know why I'm being able to see this. Again, maybe that's intended behavior. This is new territory to me. So I can start this course right here. It shows the course level is set as beginner, 33 lessons in this course. Here's my profile, 0 points, no notifications. There is a message here, looks like. Okay, so you can send a message to your instructor, which is good. Message, I'm just going to say help, and then that message has been sent. I don't have any responses yet, so we'll see what that looks like on the back end. And then on the right here, I can view profile, edit profile, help and support, and then log out. What about my billing? Maybe in my profile? So I don't see my billing in profile. Maybe if I go into my edit profile, nope. I can upload my profile image. Your profile image is retrieved from your Gravatar. Basically, this tells me that this might be built on WordPress or another content management system, because why would they pull an image from a Gravatar, which is a WordPress thing? You can update your password, update your bios. Now let's go look at all the members, because I have enabled the member dashboard. That means I can look at other members here. So if I go to Billy Goat, I can see Billy Goat's progress for this course and also any activity. Let's go back to the admin, Amit, and we can see all the activities that the admin has done and also the badges that he or she has received. If I click on view badges, it's just going to show me all the badges in the system. Although it doesn't look like I can scroll past this, there are a lot more badges. That's another thing I do want to show you. So let's go back courses. I'm going to go into this course and start it. Okay, so here are all my lessons. Now as a student, when I click onto this course, you can see it shows 33 lessons, and as I scroll through these lessons, it shows me like a quick peek of whether it's a video or a text lesson, and then how many points, and then it also shows me the drip content without actually releasing it. So I do like that. It says 10 days until release, 5 days until release, because this has been locked. I've put it on a drip schedule. And then you can also see that this first one is 25 points. So I'm just going to go in and get those 25 points. Again, this is a 2-minute reading time, tells me how many words. I can go look at it real quick. This has an assignment, so I'm just going to submit my answer and complete this lesson. I have received 25 points. Yay! Again, gamification is really cool. Always motivates your students to complete and move forward. So I do like that right away I got a big chunk of points, and now I can build on those points. So I can now go to next lesson. You'll see there's a school animation that shows me I've received my first badge. Yay! And then the next one is introduction. I'm going to complete this lesson too. You can see the point counter went up. I can go to next one. Now I have a new badge with 30 points, and there are some standard badges, and then there is also custom badges that you can create. So now this was the next one, understanding validation. Now this is the one which is a video lesson, and again, if I hit this play, it's not going to count towards my watch time because there is no analytics here connected to this, since it's just a video embed. So I can again complete this lesson, get some more points, and then go to the next lesson. I don't like that I have to click twice, once to complete and once to go to the next lesson. Maybe the button should just say complete and next lesson and give me those, show me those points in the top right corner instead of making me click twice. Here it shows me the length just like we saw before, and I can play it, mute it, and then also change the speed. Quality, I can leave it at audio. I can go full screen, and then once I want to exit full screen, just click on the escape button on your keyboard. Standard functionality. I can also bookmark this lesson. So if I bookmark this, it's going to show here in my bookmark lessons, and then I can complete lesson. Now I can go to the next one. That's kind of like the functionality. I do like the student dashboard a lot. It's very slick. Let's see what this would look like in mobile. If I just go here and change this. So here's what it would look like in mobile. You will have the menu here. Here's my course, and here are my lessons. So I can maybe go to this lesson, complete the lesson. Same, kind of like the same UI, just made it more responsive so it adapts to mobile devices, which looks really good. Then I have a new badge, and then I can continue. So let's close this out. Let's close this out. I did see there was a search lessons option for admins, but I don't see that search lesson option for students. So let's hop back into the admin dashboard and see where that message went which the student had sent us. Before I go there, I do see there's some notifications here, and those notifications are just the badges that I have received. I'm also going to go to the discussion forum before I go to the admin section, because I want to see what happens if I go here and write a message. Message board, and then this is this is kind of like the message board. So I can, doesn't look like I can create messages. I can, oh yeah, right here, post, and you can see what it would look like in preview. So I can even copy this image and can I paste it here? Copy image location and paste it here. And then this is what it would look like when a student pastes a video or a text. Let's just go to YouTube, pick the first random video and post it in there and paste the video. Okay, so that's pretty cool. They can post videos, they can post images just by pasting the link. And then there's some formatting here where you can make your text bold, you can make it a header, subheader, or italic. I was able to play with this and get it to look italic, as you can see right here in preview. And then also if I do it double star, it becomes bold, but I couldn't get it to do a header. It just adds the hashtag. I'm assuming, okay, maybe I need to, okay, that's what it was. You need to add a space after having this. Same thing with the subheader. So I can say this is a sample post. So that's kind of like the text formatting that your students can use when they are submitting a reply or when they're creating a post kind of. So you can see that this post was created by Cunning Raccoon. If I go back into my admin dashboard and go to discuss, I don't know if it shows notifications here for the message board, but I can go to this message board here and see what other people are posting. Now, if I go back as a student, you can see that I cannot create a new post, like a new message board. If I go to all message boards, I only have the option to pick the ones that have been created for me. But as an admin, I can go to all message boards and I can create a new message. I do have the option to search for topics and posts, which is really good. Let's say if I go to search for, let's try to search for a post, maybe this one. What am I doing here? And see what happens. No results. Okay, I'm not sure where this is pulling from. Maybe it needs to be the post title, which it was. Doesn't look like I was able to find this one. Maybe it works sometimes, not the others. I don't know. Just something to play around with for your students. I have some moderation here to do, but this post went through without moderation. So I think moderation only comes into play when you want to remove a post. Posts get automatically posted. But if I go ahead and block this, now when I go back as a student, refresh my dashboard, my post should be gone. Post was blocked by Amit. Doesn't really do much. You can edit, mark it unread, delete, or quote. So that's for messaging, message boards, posting. It's still a little confusing for me, but anyways. So we have looked at courses, discussed members. This is all from a student point of view. Now from an admin point of view, I do see a little badge notification here that I have some messages, and you can see this was the message I sent myself as a student. If I click on it, it says the topic is help. It's sent by your student name, and then I can reply here and just post my reply. And now that student should also get a notification if I refresh this page. Yep, I have one in my inbox, and let's go and see what it says. It says same thing that I just typed. We don't have that built yet. It's on the roadmap. Perfect. So that's kind of like a good way to communicate between you and your students. And then on my admin side, what I would like to see now is I'd like to find where we had this first course here, and that course had a section for assignments. I don't know where those assignments go. So maybe that goes in my dashboard. I don't know where that assignment would have gone. Received badge, completed a free keyword research tool. And I think that's it. Again, I don't know what happened to that coupon code, but I'm going to quickly check and see if I was actually charged $1 for that course. So I'm going to put this video on pause, check it, and then come back. All right, I checked my card. There were no charges other than the $9 charge that I authorized Heights Platform to charge for the video hosting. And here's an email I did receive, which is good. It has a random invoice number, super long, and my details, my email, my student name, and then the program that I signed up for, program membership, one-time payment for lifetime membership, and then I have my price, which is $0. So this was the receipt, and it also says you can log into your school, and the school link is auto inserted in there. And then I also received another link which says welcome to the program. Here again you have your login link, your username, and also reset password. And the password they didn't give because I had set the password, so I should know what that password is. So these are the two emails I did receive from the Heights platform. Looks like it was sent from my Gmail account that I used while registering for this platform, and then also it's sent by SendGrid. Let's jump back in. I think we're coming towards the end of this. Couple of more things. I just want to do kind of like a wrap up and tell you what I like about this platform and what I don't like about this platform that I'm hoping will get improved. But before I jump into that, here's the Trello board that I was talking about earlier. What's live right now is allow course creators to accept payments via PayPal, which I already show you, and the custom roles feature. What is in development right now is modules. Modules is super important because right now all we have is a course and lessons. So that's one thing that's huge. I'll put a link in the description below to this Trello roadmap, so you can go and check it out as well. And then finally, what I did want to show you is, as a student, if I go back here in my student dashboard, you can see I have products, and this is the product that's available for sale. Now you can either do that as an upsell or just let it subtly be in their view without pushing it onto them. And if they wanted to purchase this, they can just click the purchase option here. This is the description. I'll show you what the backend looks like so you know where to set this up. So I can click on purchase, and then same thing, all my card details are already in there. So this is very seamless, super easy. All I have to do is click the complete purchase button. I'm not going to do that right now, but just wanted to show you what this looks like. Now on the back end, the reason why this was not presented to me as an upsell is because if I go into my outline, what I need to do is I need to go to digital products, and I already have a product. This is all my products show up here. So I'm going to click on the product that I already have in here. And when I'm in this product, I'm going to go to admin options and hit edit. And here's the product description that's pulling for the student. So if I change this to just drive the point home that this is the only online course you'll ever need, I'm going to update the product. And now if I refresh this page, I should see those changes right here. The reason why this wasn't presented to me when I first bought the course is because I did not have the is upsell box checked. So if you have that box checked, it'll be the first thing they see before they go to their course dashboard is this upsell offer. Also, is the product on sale? If I check that box, it'll probably show a sale price. I don't know what it does. And then allow multiple purchases. If you wanted to do that, you can allow that as well. And then let's preview what this looks like. This is going to be when they are ready to dive into their dashboard, they can either go and purchase this. I don't know why this just changed to 20, maybe because it's just a demo, or they can skip this offer and proceed to the program. So I can just say skip offer and proceed to the program. Then here I'm brought to my program. On the bottom, you can set your price. Okay, that's why it was 20 bucks. Your regular price is if they wanted to just buy the digital product, which is just sitting here, or you can have an upsell price. So I can just change the upsell price to 10 bucks as well. Purchase reveal content. Once they have purchased the product, what should be the content they should see? It doesn't say you can add HTML here, so it's going to be plain text. And then finally, if you're giving them maybe like templates, like 300 Canva templates or whatever it is that you're giving them, this is where you will put that file. Just remember to click on update product, and then that will go into effect immediately. And now if I was to purchase this course, I would be given that upsell option. So here's what happens when the product is on sale. It just shows the sale button here and doesn't really do anything other than maybe I wish it would cross off the original price and show a sale price. It doesn't do that, but it does put a sale tag here, which is nice. I mean, good UI again, really clean UI for the student, a lot to be desired for admins. So here are my final takeaways from using the Heights platform. It's been less than 24 hours I've been using it, so maybe my views will change as they upgrade and add new features, but here's what I have for you so far. Stick around for my final takeaway about this platform. Before I get into what I like and what I don't like, one last thing I forgot to show you is the badges. So if I go into, I want to say account settings, I forget where badges were, badge list. Right there in my face. So you can create custom badges. I have, for example, this badge here called the painter, and how you do it is you just create the custom badge, click on this button, and that's going to open up this window and just give your badge a name. The description should be in past tense to complete the sentence: received for having XYZ. All right, so I have my name, my description, and then finally you can have one image. So, and you can either have a link, Google Drive, Instagram, Dropbox, or you can hit my device, and there's dimensions here, 256 by 256 in PNG format. So I am just going to pick one that is not 256 by 256, upload it just to show you what it looks like. Finally, once you're done, just remember to click the create custom badge button, and just like that, your badge has been created. What you can do is you can grant this. Custom badges can only be granted by admins. I do like that functionality because it's kind of like a badge of honor that you get to show off if you have been granted that badge. So I can go here and give it to Cunning Raccoon and grant that badge. If I go back here and go to any of my courses, let's say I want to edit this, you will see that this only works off of the point system. You don't have the option here to choose which badge to give them when they reach that point. So that is, again, I wish they'd fix that, but if I go back in here as a student, I refresh this page, now I have a new badge, yay! And that's what the badge looks like. You've been awarded, you have received this badge for being legendary. Okay, that disappeared on its own, so it disappears maybe in like 5 to 10 seconds, but I can always go here and look at that badge, which is right here. I don't know how to really look at it. Maybe if I click on my profile, view badge, and here I can see all the badges that I have received or unlocked. So I love the gamification part, and that brings me to what I like and don't like about the Heights hat. So let's get into that right now. So I'll start with my likes. I like gamification a lot. I like the custom badges. It kind of allows you as an admin to give your students that badge of honor. I like how the student UI, the user interface for the student, is pretty slick and clean and responsive. I like that. And I like the messaging board where not only can you go and do the discussion, but you can also message the school owner, and it's pretty easy and seamless. You don't have to go find a support link. It's right there. You can just click on the message icon and do it. Those are my likes. Here are my dislikes. Brian, the owner or the founder, are you ready for this? So dislikes, page builder, leaves a lot to be desired. I mean, we are living in 21st century, year 2020. That page builder is really unusable. I would be hard pressed to find one use case for that page builder. So very lackluster, lacking so many features that you have come to expect from page builders. I'm personally using new Zenler, and I couldn't even compare the two. It's like it pales in comparison. I don't like the page builder. Coupon functionality, again, leaves a lot to be desired. It's not called coupon, it's called something else. I forget what it was called, and it doesn't apply in real time. So the student is still thinking, am I going to get the discount when I hit that submit button? And you can only apply it to the one-time payment plan, not to the monthly membership or the split payments. That's a deal breaker for me. Also, the checkout cart is very lackluster. Again, it's, I can't customize the fields. I cannot change the UI. It is what you see is what you get out of the box. So you're stuck with the checkout cart that they provide you, or you use your own and then use Zapier. So now you have to rely on Zapier to have those integrations. And then finally, I don't like the admin side UI. It's confusing. There are so many different places I have to go. It took me 20 minutes to figure out how to make my landing page my home page. So those are the things I don't like about the Heights platform. Overall, I would give it a 5, maybe a 5.5 out of 10 for effort. Thank you so much, Course Hero, for sticking around for this review of the Heights platform. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to mention them below, and I'll see you on the flip side. Thank you so much, Course Hero, for sticking around for this in-depth review of the Heights platform. And just a reminder, blah.